New at 5 tonight, it is a first-of-its-kind law. Influencers who feature their children in online videos are now required to pay them for their work. This new law only applies in Illinois and not in the Carolinas, but it could pave the way for other states in the future. The bill went into effect at the beginning of this month, and of course, we're bringing in Chief Legal Analyst Khalif Rhodes to this conversation. So, Khalif, how old do these children have to be in order to receive compensation?
16 years or under if they're in the video 30% of the time within a 30-day time frame, then they can get, or they have to have be compensated for being in the videos. Mr. Beast is okay for now since he's based out of North Carolina, but I do think something like this may take full across the country. I mean, it looks like it's there to protect the kids from doing these videos that may not be getting compensated right now by their parents. And so, great move by Illinois. I think it was late for sure.
It's going to be interesting to see because, you know, these influencers don't think, okay, what's 30%? How much time does that amount to? And how much I have to end up paying the kid, right? But why did Illinois make this kind of law?
Money. Money,
Okay.
money, money. Think about it. If you have a million followers right now, right? If you have a million followers and you put up one post that's sponsored, you can get $20,000. You got 10,000 to 50,000 followers, you get $4,000 a post. And so this adds up. I mean, they treat this like a full-time business. These influencers that are posting, it's like a, well-oiled machine. And so if you're using the children to be in these posts and they're not being compensated, then first of all, you're violating a lot of child labor protection rules. And then the biggest thing I can think of is Hollywood already has these protections. So typically what happens when technology doesn't keep up with the law, or I should say the law doesn't keep up with technology, what happens is the rules are just, people are making up their own rules. If you look at Hollywood, Charlie Chaplin is the most recent case that I can think of, and that kind of set the standard. While now every time a child's in the movie, 15% of their pay has to be placed into a trust. They can't get access to that money till they're 18. A lot of the language that's in this law in Illinois is copied from that rule. It's called the Coogan Rule. The child actor, when he got done acting with Charlie Chaplin, he had no money left. His parents had spent almost $4 million. You're talking about way back in the day. That's like probably $50 million now. He got $120,000 after he sued his parents. And so they're looking to try to protect kids from what happened to individuals like him. Macaulay Culkin's probably the other one that I can think of. His parents almost used all his money.
I'm glad that you brought up child labor laws because there isn't this unlimited time that they're allowed to work. And these videos, they're only 30 seconds, but they take time to put together. So is that going to come into play? Are they going to watch, okay, how much time are these kids working? How
much post-production, pre-production, all that to actually get it out on the air.
Oh, yeah.
The law didn't go into that, and I think that's a disconnect between the people that are making these videos and or watching these videos and the folks that are making the laws. But I think it's a step in the right direction. I think you bring up a good point. How much time did it actually take? How many hours did I actually work? Not just how many views did it get and how long it took in terms of the runtime, 30 seconds or a minute, but it took me 12, 14, 15 hours to make this one video. I should be compensated for that. But I think at least protects them to ensure that there's money there when this gravy train ends, because your 15 seconds of fame ends quickly and that child star is now an adult with no money.
Well, tell that to all the influencers out there making videos on the rail trail and everywhere else around Charlotte.
Right.
Khalif, thanks for breaking that down for us.